When you opened your eyes, the first thing you felt wasn't fear, it was heaviness. It was as if the world was pressing down on you a little harder. You're breathing, but even the air filling your lungs feels harsh. You're slowly sitting up. Your head is throbbing. But this isn't just an ordinary headache. This feels like the burden of years. You're standing up. The room is big, too big, but it's empty. Everything is expensive, but nothing is warm. A table, half-finished drink on the table, a gun next to it. You pick it up without thinking, and in that moment you understand. This life is not alien to you. This is life. It's yours. You're going down. Your footsteps echo on the marble. The house is quiet. But that silence is not peaceful. It is dangerous. The door is opening. A man is entering. His eyes are on you, but he's not looking directly at you. He's shy. Bro, the night was a bit chaotic. Bro, this word says it all. You are not a supporting character in this story. You are the center of the story. You get into the car. Black. The windows are dark tinted. No one can see you from the outside, but you see everyone. The city is flowing. People are walking. Those laughing. The hustlers. Those who live their lives. You're looking, but you don't belong. First meeting. A table. 3 men. They are nervous. You are not talking. They are talking. Accounts. Debts. Betrayal. At some point, someone makes a mistake. It's an incorrect sentence. Silence falls over the room. Everyone is looking at you. They're waiting for you to decide. And that moment, you realize this. There is no right or wrong here. There is only the result. You shake your head slightly. The man is being taken away. He isn't screaming. He isn't begging. Because he knows it too. In this world, some endings are written beforehand. It's getting dark. You're at the club. The music is loud. The lights are flashing, but nothing moves inside you. People are approaching you. They're laughing. They're making jokes. But they're all the same. They all want something. Money, power, protection. None of them want you. Only what comes from you. You see him slash her there, in the crowd, but not belonging to the crowd. It's looking at you, but it's not afraid. This is different. This is dangerous. You're going to him. Aren't you afraid of me? He's smiling. People aren't afraid of you. They're afraid of what they've lost. This sentence, it sinks in, because it's true. You've already lost. Days pass by. You see him more often. When I'm talking to you, they don't want anything. They just talk. And this, it makes you uneasy, because you're not used to it. But this life doesn't bring peace to anyone for long. But there was a timidity in him. He was afraid of you because he knew. She didn't belong to this world, but she was a woman who was aware of everything. Because she was afraid. He knew very well the consequences if he lost control over himself with you. That's why you left, knowing this. You couldn't condemn him to this life. He's too naive for this system. You didn't let anything harm him. Days passed. But those eyes never left your mind. You had only one friend in this world, and there was no room for more. There was a feeling in your heart that was completely unfamiliar, like a feeling that doesn't belong to you, one you've never felt before. You went back to where he was. Their eyes met, and he said, "You're not a good person." He stopped. "But you're not bad either." But that wasn't enough, because your world was not a place where he could live. You sent him away. You didn't say stop, because sometimes loving not to hold on is to let go. Years later, you realized you weren't a wolf. He wasn't just a lamb, either. You were 2 wounded people who met at the wrong time. And sometimes, love is not enough. Some people don't approach you like enemies, because the greatest harm, it comes from those who stand beside you. When you first met him/her, you had nothing. You had no money, what power you have, nor do you have a plan. But he did exist. You grew up in the same neighborhood. You ran on the same street. You dreamed the same dreams. "One day we'll get out of here," he would say. You would have believed it too. You won the first money together, small jobs, risky jobs, but you were together. Time passed. Things have gotten bigger. Money has increased. People have changed, but you haven't changed. You thought so. Everyone told you to be careful. "There's no friendship in this business," they said. You laughed, because you were different. You had a friend. The first big job. Everything was ready. The plan was perfect. The escape route was clear. But plans are not as solid as people. While everything was going well, something went wrong. Police. Suddenly. At the moment you least expected. This wasn't a coincidence. You ran away. You broke up. You ran away. But he was caught. Days passed. There's no news from you. He's inside. You're outside. Everyone looked at you. "This is over," they said. But you didn't finish. You removed it. With money, with a link, with force. When he slashed, she came out. They hugged you, tightly. "If it weren't for you," they said. That moment, you never doubted. The second rise. This time, you're bigger. You're stronger. But this time, something is missing. Trust. You're starting to feel it. Little things. Looks. Silences. But you ignored it. Because some truths, it's too heavy to be accepted. One night, the phone rang. "Bro, they know where you are. Your heart didn't stop. But something broke." How? Only one person knew this. You called him. He sat across from you. Calm down. "Did you do this?" you said. He remained silent. And that silence, it was heavier than anything else. You made eye contact. Years have passed between you. Childhood, hunger, dreams, all in 1 second. "Why?" He smiled, but it wasn't the same smile. Because it wasn't enough anymore. What? Being by your side. That moment, you get it. Some people don't grow with you. They want to surpass you. You drew your weapon, but your hand didn't tremble, because there was no anger. There was only emptiness, and also the sound of a gunshot left behind. You're all alone now. They were right. You have no one left in this world. Things are still going on. All that money, possessions, property, nothing brought peace. You saw neither deaths nor betrayals. It had no meaning anymore. You went home silently. You had your ice-cold whiskey prepared. You placed your gun next to the glass. You took a sip and another sip. Without hesitation, you shot yourself in the head. As the empty sound of the gun filled the room, life flashed before his eyes like a movie reel. You had come from nothingness. It was your greatest dream, power. It no longer mattered, because on this path, you had lost all your ambitions, your emotions, your principles, everything that made you who you are. All that remains is the desolate and lifeless body whose soul cooled down years ago.